So the Minnesota Vikings drafted with the 32nd pick overall, lewiscine, safety out of Georgia. Let's talk about the safeties of the Minnesota Vikings next. Hello, Viking fans. I'm going to do a giveaway. I want to describe it to you. I'm going to give away $100 worth of merchandise of your choosing. If I get to 1,000 subscribers, 75 if I get to 750, 50 if I get to 500, 25 if I get to 250. I'm going to choose one person from an episode. So I'm going to choose an episode, and I'm going to choose one person as long as they're liked, subscribed, and commented. And you can do multiple comments, multiple entries. You can actually go back to my old videos and do that too. Those will be eligible. Now, I'm going to choose that on game day against the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to choose one. Hopefully, it's $100, and I have 1,000 subscribers. Skol Vikes. Welcome to Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on Twitter at SkullWorld, also on Facebook, SkullWorld, and also on TikTok, SkullWorld. Now, let's get started with the safeties of the 2022 Minnesota Vikings. Before I get started, make sure you're subscribed, you click like, and you leave a comment. The more comments, the better. There's no limit to amount of comments you can make to enter my contest. Go back and comment on my old videos. Now, let's get started with the Minnesota Vikings safeties. Starting off with Harrisonsmith. He can do it all, folks. He can play safety in any defense. He's got the size. He honestly came in the league pretty average speed, but he's got a nose for the ball. He gets his interceptions. He's a good run supporter. He comes off the edge on blitzes. He comes up the middle off blitzes. This guy can do it all. He's a future Hall of Famer. I don't care what anybody else says. Harrisonsmith, future Hall of Famer, still being productive way into his 30s. Let's go, Skull. Harrisonsmith, that is the man. He's going to be starting at one of the safety positions. Now, let's talk about a guy that's kind of unheralded. Let's talk about Camerondantzler, who was a tweener. He was a cornerback in college, and he is now a safety for us. Good cover guy. He balled out when we were down a safety during the season. Got a nice pick, pretty amazing athletic ability when he did it. He's a guy that we can put in there at the nickel if we had to. I really like the fact that Camerondantzler is a Minnesota Viking. We drafted him late. We did a good job. I wouldn't have been too sad that if he was our starting second safety, this 2022 season. But the next guy I'm going to talk about was our big acquisition in the offseason in the draft. He was our number one pick, 32 overall, and that is lewiscine. And I think our draft will be determined on how well this guy plays, along with Andrew Jr., who I talked about in our cornerbacks video. lewiscine, people are starting to call him murder scene. I know some Viking fans don't like the analogy, but honestly, he talked about stacking bodies in one of his interview. He doesn't care who he hits. He just wants to hit people. He plays clean enough that it's not going to be a problem. I wouldn't say this guy's a headhunter. I think he's a clean player. He's just that good of a tackler, that motivated of a tackler. He plays with reckless abandon. He supports the run. He's good enough in coverage. He's a guy that led the best defense in college football last year as the play caller. This is a guy that will one day take up the reins that Harrisonsmith will be giving up, and lewiscine will play out his entire rookie contract with us. I have so much faith in this player. I think he's a no-brainer, long-term, 10-year safety for the Minnesota Vikings. He's Harrisonsmith 2.0, but faster. Guy runs a 4.3. Harrisonsmith was a guy that ran like a 4.57. This guy runs a 4.36 or 4.37, something like that. This is a football player. Everything about him screams football player. I'm gonna love to watch him play. Now, after that, we got Josh Mateus, who we drafted in the 6th round in 2020. This guy can play football. I was fine with the safety position, even if I didn't expect us to draft someone very high. This is just a wealth of safeties with Bynum, lewiscine, and harrisonsmith. The fact that we got Josh Mateus in the 6th round, who is a very productive college football player. He's 5'11" though, but size-wise, he's like over 200. He can tackle. He's a good special teamer. All these guys I talked about so far have ball skills, can intercept the ball, including Mateus. I like him. He's good depth for this. He may get supplanted by the next guy who I actually really like, and that is Miles Dorn. Now, he played for North Carolina. He was a starter there. He has ball skills. He intercepts the ball. He has a nose for the football. I didn't get to see a whole lot of video of him in pass coverage, so that might be lacking. But there are some plays that he made on interceptions that kind of lead to me thinking that he can do that. He tackles. He's a he can play special teams. This guy played in the regular season when people went down. I really like that this guy's our 5th safety. This is a deep position, and I was shocked to say that because I was thinking that our deepest position, receiver, running back, those are our 2 deep positions. And then I thought maybe linebacker was, or in cornerback or 2 deepest positions. But there's only 2 safeties. But considering we're going to play one of them at nickel with Cameron Bynum, I think we'll play there a little bit. I think safety might be our deepest position on the defense. This is a pretty good defensive position group. Now the last guy is Mike Brown. Shocking enough, the guy can play. I think he's a little stiff, but he has a nose for the football. They show highlights, so there's not a whole lot of watching the guy in coverage with the ball not thrown to him his way, but he's a playmaker. He intercepts the ball, played a lot. A lot of these guys have a lot of production in college, and he's 6'1". They're all in the 4.5s, except for Lewiscine's in the 4.3s. This is a good position group, very deep. You should be pretty happy that we got these many good safeties on the Minnesota Vikings going to 2022. This is Dave, Minnesota Sports Talk. Make sure you click subscribe, like, and comment. Ring the bell so you don't miss a show. Enter my contest. I want to give that money away. I want to give $100 away. So let's get to 1,000 subscribers by week 1. Now, follow me on Twitter at SkullWorld, Facebook at SkullWorld, and TikTok SkullWorld. See you next time. Skull Vikings.